Hi guys, today we are with Federico Cinetto. Federico is our suspension expert, and today we will discover the little reservoir that we see on the bottom of our front suspension. If you want to know more about Federico, please have a look to the link below and you will find his presentation.
Hello guys, thank you so much Emanuele for your introduction. So let's start talking about reservoirs. Reservoirs on our suspension, such a fantastical piece. So colorful, so cylindrical, so bulky. Bulky? I don't want something bulky in my suspension, do you? In the end, reservoir is another piece in our motorcycle, and every piece increases the weight. Superfluous materials must be removed. So, is a suspension with a reservoir important to make our motorcycle the fastest and the safest? So let's try to understand why there is a reservoir on our suspension and what is its purpose. So let's try to understand. If you are in front of a reservoir, you are certainly looking at a pressurized suspension. First of all, to pressurize your suspension, you have to create a gas pressurized chamber. To generate it, usually you can find a piston separator or a bladder. Pressurized gas chamber usually helps to increase the pressure inside the hydraulic volumes and moreover allow the expansion, the thermal expansion of the lubricant. Moreover, volume compensation is mandatory to balance the piston rod volume which is introduced in our suspension during compression phase. Only with the through rod solution, volume compensation is not necessary. There are rear shock absorbers and fork cartridges that are pressurized without having an external reservoir. The pressurized volume is inside the main body. This is the case, for example, for rear shock absorber, a WP solution, or for cartridges, Hollings through rod FKR, or MUPO CSP30. Why do we need to increase the internal pressure inside our suspension? High pressure is a must-have when you want to increase the damping force, especially during hard braking phases. On the other hand, when there is a strong pressure drop, cavitation will appear. Let's try to understand better what cavitation phenomenon is. Cavitation is a natural phenomenon that appears when high pressure drop is performed. Let us explore it. At the beginning, bubbles is going to grow. This first step is called nucleation. After the nucleation, bubbles grows. When the bubbles are extremely big, they collapse. Finally, they implode. And BAM! Shockwaves! Shockwaves generate extreme damages to our parts. So to avoid cavitation phenomenon, you have to increase the overall pressure inside your suspension. The gas chamber is usually placed inside the reservoir. So one of the most important things of this cylindrical and fantastic part is containing the gas chamber pressurization. To summarize, all suspensions have a compensation volume. In standard solution, there is an emulsion of air gas and lubricant. In pressurized suspension, the compensation volume is divided from the lubricant by a piston separator. This is very important to increase static pressure inside the damping chambers. This helps to reduce the cavitation phenomenon. Pressurized suspension with a through rod system have the same characteristics as described before. They have small external or internal reservoirs because only the volume thermal variation of the lubricant has to be managed. To have the best solution in suspension, you don't have to stop at appearances. Sometimes smaller and less bulky is better. Thank you guys for watching this video. Enjoy your ride!